Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. You're watching Spotlight, and today I'm joined by Aditya Balsekar. He's the founder and executive director of Meaningful Summers. And I'm also joined by Richard Irvin, the mayor of the city of Aurora. So welcome to the set.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm really glad to have you both here because it's exciting to talk about a brand new organization. So Aditya, I'm going to start with you. Why did you found Meaningful Summers?
I founded Meaningful Summers because I wanted to create a community of teens who are dedicated to bettering our society and bettering this awesome community that we're so lucky to have.
Now, did you grow up here?
I did, yes.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Naperville, and I'm thankful to be from here.
That's wonderful. So you started it. So tell me a little bit about what Meaningful Summers does.
Meaningful Summers organizes community-oriented events where we bring together teens from every corner of this community to raise funds for nonprofits. In the past, we've organized charity runs, we've organized documentary screenings to benefit local, both local and international nonprofits. And this past summer, we kind of changed everything, and we organized a citywide initiative in partnership with the office of Mayor Richard Irvin, who we've been so lucky to have as a supporter.
That's wonderful. And hence the name Meaningful Summers. So this is primarily, I assume, we do most of the work in the summertime?
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Sure. Okay, wonderful. Mayor, talk a little bit about how you got engaged with this organization.
I went over to have a conversation with some students at Mateus, talking about students giving back to their community. And a couple of these young men were part of that discussion. And they set up a meeting with me, came over to my office, three young men, Dee and a couple others of his buddies in Meaningful Summer, and said, we want to do something for the city of Aurora over the summer. What can we do? And we all brainstormed, and they came up with an idea of how to give back. And they created a plan and executed.
That's wonderful. That's so, I mean, that shows great leadership on your part. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Now talk a little bit about this program and how you felt about it when these teens came to you, Mayor.
Well, yeah, they were so confident and ready to just get in, just roll their sleeves up and make things happen. And we just troubleshooted and brainstormed about what they would do to give back, and they decided they wanted to help a couple of our not-for-profit organizations in the city of Aurora.
Okay.
So they created a plan, and I supported them 100%. I was all behind it, but it was them doing all the work. All I did was showed up, and made it possible for them. But it was them that created the plan and executed, and they're amazing. They're amazing young men and women.
Well, that's terrific. And I think the nice thing with that, and then I'm going to have you tell me a little bit more about the specifics of it, is that you raise money to give to somebody else who is already doing work. I think that's terrific. I think it's wonderful when people are already coming alongside other organizations that are already doing good work in the community. So kudos to you. Talk a little bit about the specifics of what you did this summer.
So our kind of initiative this summer was called One Aurora, the Next Generation. One of the things that Mayor Irvin talked to us about when we first met him was this concept of One Aurora. This idea where the community could put aside religious differences, put aside socioeconomic differences, and come together as one. And that's what we were trying to do with youth. We were trying to bring together this community's youth from every corner of the city to, volunteer at nonprofits. Our first kind of prong to this initiative was really boots on the ground, tangible work, which we did during 2 days of volunteering at Hesed House, a tremendous organization that's doing awesome work in this community. The second prong is education, and we organized a STEAM night, as in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics at the SciTech Museum in Aurora. And we were able to bring together the community once again to delve into some of the awesome opportunities that we have in this area. And our last prong was a kind of grand finale where we brought together all of the teens who have been so supportive. This community has been so supportive of us. And we organized a kickball tournament to benefit organizations like Hesed House, African American Men of Unity, Triple Threat Mentoring, and just these terrific organizations that are doing awesome work here. And we were able to bring together close to 1,000 kids this summer and raise almost $4,000, and it was tremendous.
That is terrific. Almost 1,000 kids. Now, let me ask you this question. Were they all from the same school? Now, were you from Matea?
No, I actually go to boarding school on the East Coast. It's called the Taft School.
Okay, okay. But now, so how did you get the students that you were engaged with here?
Yeah, so to give you an overview, when I started Meaningful Summers, I realized that there was a need. I received an email from the Northern Illinois Food Bank, and it said 1 in 5 students in this area rely on our services. And I wasn't aware of this need. So I brought together some of my friends for a charity run. We had 11 people, just over $200 raised for the food bank. And from that, we've been able to grow, and we've been able to grow, 1, because of community support, and 2, because of the tremendous efforts that our leadership team has put in. And our leadership team, some of my friends, some of the peers that I've had in school, when I went here, went to school in this area. And together we've really been able to grow Meaningful Summers tremendously.
That's wonderful. That's lots of good kids doing lots of good work, so good for you. Mayor Irvin, talk a little bit about other youth-led organizations and some of the initiatives that you're working on specifically to try to bring, I love the term One Aurora, but try to bring people together around the youth initiative.
Yeah, and that's a very good question that you've asked. You know, Aurora, we take pride in our young people in our community, and we try to make sure we partnership with as many youth organizations as possible to bring our community together under one umbrella. No matter your race, no matter your religion, no matter your socioeconomic circumstance, we try to bring people together to make a difference. And I think that's what we did. Not often do you get a group of teenagers that make an appointment with the mayor's office and come in and say, we want to do something for you. We want to spend our summer doing something for our community. But that's exactly what they did. So, the organizations that they support, like African American Men in Unity, is an organization that's a youth organization, men that mentor young boys. Now, they've raised money to donate to that organization. That's great. Triple Threat, that's an organization that works in our low-income communities, addressing, quality of life issues and making sure young people stay out of gangs. An organization that the city of Aurora supports. They raise money for them, and they're going to present a check to them. Organizations like the Hesed House that deal with, our homeless issues, and many of our homeless are young people, that need services. Meaningful Summers raise money to support that organization. So, as I said, when these impressive young men came into my office and said, we want to help Aurora, I had no idea who they were. I just met them, but they did exactly what they said they were going to do. They created a plan, and they executed that plan, and they involved other youth. And, they got excited. People got excited about it. Not just the youth, the adults got excited and pitched into it. They did a great job over the summer, and I'm looking forward to next summer.
Well, speaking of that, tell us a little bit about what's ahead. What are you looking to do next?
For sure. Most of the members of our leadership team are seniors, and we will be heading off to college next fall. And we're definitely looking into expanding into creating chapters at the colleges that we attend. But the thing I'm most excited about is assuming the role of a mentor. We want to bring, the 8th graders, the 9th graders, some of the younger kids in this community, and listen to them and bring them onto the leadership team and hear out their ideas and implement their ideas as well. And I'm excited about cultivating the future of Meaningful Summers, the younger kids, bringing them on board, teaching them the lessons that we've learned in organizing these events, and really having the legacy of Meaningful Summers continue on.
Yeah, I think you've obviously made a huge impact to the city of Aurora, and I think the ability to be able to pay that forward in a whole nother way in terms of raising leadership among the peers and your fellow youth is a great way to go. So I wish you all the best. I thank you both for joining me, and if you would like to learn more about Meaningful Summers, please go and visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.